Hello, good day out there. I'm Chief Robinson Ario, and I'm talking to you from Warri in Delta State of Nigeria. In the next few minutes, we shall be discussing the challenges of living in a multiracial, multi ethnic, multi religious community or society, if you will. That appears to be the crux of the challenges we have in Nigeria. And the events of the past few days has gone a long way to accentuate this challenge. By the events of the past few days, I mean the gruesome murder of Deborah Samuel. Now, as we all know, there are basically two approaches, broad approaches to living life in a manner that we pursue what our needs are. We could either do this in an absolutely selfish manner, in which case we design our activities, channel our energies and our resources towards attaining only that which is of concern to us and our immediate family, or those who have considerable affinity with us. The other approach is to attain or achieve the satisfaction of these needs by collaborating with other people and considering their own concern and needs in bargaining and trying to go around the satisfaction of the needs. Ordinarily, Nigeria, with the huge population that we have and with the diversity of the groups that we have, um, religion, tribal, and other diversities that we have, these are ordinarily supposed to be resources that we can put into a basket and next with a view to maximizing our potentials as a country. But unfortunately, you find that education has not helped us as much as it should, and that is that is reflecting in the way we have reacted to the issues of the past few days. And of course, we have had similar situations before now where professors will come out and make comments that would come across as very divisive in nature. And one expects that the more educated the person is, the more civilized, so to say, and the more adaptable the person would be to the process of mutual coexistence. Now, there is a reason why very, very long time ago, when Jesus Christ was asked a question, which are the greatest commandments? The reason was that those who asked the question wanted to know in a very brief summary what to do to be counted as being conformist in the spiritual sense. And it is very instructive and interesting, the answer that Jesus Christ gave. And he said, in a paraphrase, that love the Lord your God with all your heart, and above all, love your neighbor as yourself. Now, you may say that that sounds religious, but let us go secular. There are a couple of very recognized organizations out there who also have tried to buttress this philosophy of life. If you look at the four-way test of Rotary, you will discover that it summarizes it all. Critical among them is it the truth? And the other one is it fair to all concerned? Would it build friendship? You know, these tenets of that particular organization tries to emphasize the need to resolve our pursuit of the needs that we have in a collaborative manner regarding the feelings, the well-being of the other person. Now, if you look at the JCs very, very key in their motto is the brotherhood of man transcending the sovereignty of nations. In a nutshell, whether you are spiritual or secular, there is one important thing that should run through your aspiration in life, and that is that you should understand that your needs alone, satisfaction of your needs alone, is inimical to the development of the society. And that was why a very popular politician, very popular politician once said that it is the children of those you refuse to train that will constitute nuisance to your own children. In other words, in a neighborhood where you focus, in life generally, where you are only concerned with your progress, you risk the danger of those who have not progressed with you becoming a threat to your progress. And that is one of the reasons why when people are developing, they should also consider the contemporaneous development of people around them, because the truth is that when you develop in isolation of your environment, when you progress in isolation of your environment, it will come back to haunt you by way of those who didn't develop now chasing after you when you now need to enjoy whatever development you may have attained. And this is also so in the animal kingdom. You see that when some animals make kills and other animals don't, what simply happens is that the ones that don't, when they are hungry, we find a way to take from the ones that have made kills. Now, how do we relate this to the Nigerian situation? In Nigeria today, we have overwhelming number of very active Muslims, mainly in the northern part of Nigeria. Then we have the Christians in the southern part of Nigeria. And in some cases, we have skeletal population of these religious groups at the opposite side. What I mean by that is that you have skeletal population of Christians in the north and skeletal population of Muslims in the south. Now, what can happen in such an explosive combination? We can either decide to harness this diversity in such a way that we make our lives more meaningful, or simply allow it to drive the violence, the anger, the suspicion in us to the extent as to enable us attack ourselves, kill ourselves, and develop a, a nationwide war. Now, a Christian has just been murdered in the northern part of the country, and you will find that an overwhelming majority of the Muslims, who ordinarily one would have expected to come out to condemn the action, are either keeping quiet or trying to justify such an action in one way or the other. Now, should the Christians, for example, decide to react to this in such a manner as to be involved in civil disobedience, it could also erupt. So it's a keg of gunpowder that is actually we are sitting on and could explode. And that is why the government at all levels, local government, state government, and the federal government, ought to bear in mind the peculiar composition of Nigeria and put an arrangement in place to gradually drive the mobilization, the orientation of the people, the de-emphasizing of the differences that we have, the encouragement of tolerance. And for the purpose of doing that, there may be need, as it has been in the past, to have agencies. In those days, you used to have MAMSA, There is nothing that prevents local government council areas from having mobilization agencies to do advocacy in the area of tolerating each other. Nigeria may not have been brilliantly put together, but it is together. It will be easier for us to sit down and have very serious discussion on how we are going to live together, prolong our lives, maximize both our human and material resources, than for us to pursue the course of splitting, which will be bloodier, more difficult, and may end up exterminating us as an entity. And that is why I feel that we need to begin to give serious thinking to how we can be more tolerant of each other. Thank you very much.